So, uh, welcome back to another podcast with Kevin
Awesome,
Rock
awesome,
at 7
awesome.
o'clock. What's up, Kevin?
That's don't forget the real talk in there.
Real
The
talk at
R
7
R
o'clock.
E E L talk. Yeah. Fish on.
So,
Oh, here's one.
so before we get
Right.
started, what do you think of this facial hair? Should I shave it? Should I keep it going?
Okay, I'm not giving any opinions on that. I'll let your wife give that. Every time I see you, I'm like, whoa, dude, he didn't wash his face. You know,
I
it's
know.
it's like it's either got to get some going, you got to get it there. You got to get more than what you got.
I'm
So
working on it. I'm
yeah,
working
yeah,
on it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Take
So,
some,
so
take
I
us
think I'm
some of
gonna,
those pills or spray some of that Rogaine or something on it. I don't know
I think I'm gonna
what's
shave my
better.
neck part. I don't like the neck piece.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll probably do that tonight and tell my wife and say, hey, when you're tired of it, I'll shave it. But the story behind this is I can't grow facial hair. I've tried in the past and it's been
Well, you are now.
I am now, so we'll see.
Is it the estrogen pills you're taking, or what is it? What is going on? I'm
Something.
concerned. I'm concerned about you. Yeah, shave the neck, and then
Yeah,
like is because it looks like you just went fishing on a tuna boat for 3 weeks and got back. That's where you're at.
yeah. So I'm trying to catch up to you. I want to have a nice, like, gray, distinguished beard. Show like I have some wisdom, something. I don't know. But
It's way too much gray for me. I don't know what happened, but it is what it is.
I love gray. I like to,
So yeah.
I want to embrace my gray because I have.
Well, we're glad to be back, and we apologize. We missed on July 4th. It was just crazy time. We couldn't get on, and the week before that, I don't remember what happened. Something happened. I was either in infusions or yeah, something. No, I didn't make it out of infusions. I mean,
Yeah,
they ran late, and I didn't make it back, and
no,
that's what happened. We were
you're
driving down the
going.
road. I was on the phone trying to kick in, and it didn't happen. So we're sorry, guys, for that. We apologize. Life happens sometimes, and we're doing the best we can do. But we got a lot to cover of what's going on right now, and it's hot. And everybody who loves salmon is gonna, be talking about the river salmon thing coming up on the 16th. We'll be there. We've got, Bullard's Bar to talk about. We got Lake Orville to talk about. We got Whiskey Town to talk about. Everything that's going on in the area. So we'll get started with that, and you guys can kind of follow in. But the big news is, we get a salmon opener July 16th on the Feather River in Orville, California, at it's an hour before sunup, so it'll be somewhere around I don't know, whatever, 4:49, 4:50, something like that. Whatever time it is, you can make the first cast. You can make your first cast out in the water. So it was about 10 years ago, and we don't know if it was recorded or not, but I literally let my plug out, and we were on a countdown like 10, 9, 8, da da da. And as soon as we hit one, I engaged the reel. So now the plug was fishing. So it was in the water floating on top. I was just flatlining a plug. I engaged the reel. I went to hand it to my client, Vicky Bembo at the time. And it was like, it was pulling one way and I was trying to hand her the rod. I'm like, what the? I'm like, oh my gosh. And it like wiggled like 3 times and one ate it. Well, we were in California, the first that I know of to land a fish. On July 16th. It was like 2 minutes in, and the fish inhaled the lure so far the mouth was closed shut, and it didn't even fight. She literally just reeled it right in, boom, and I just netted up.
Yeah. How long has it been since we've been able to fish the feather for salmon? Has it been 3 years?
It's been three.
Three?
Yeah, it's been three. This is the third season, yeah, that we haven't been able to fish, and so a lot of controversy, a lot of different things going on. But I will tell you this: I got to work with Department of Water Resources in the last month on the Feather River tagging spring run fish. And there is the Feather River is not the issue for the Sacramento Valley. There is plenty of fish to spawn for mitigation, for leftovers, for the rivers, for the lakes. They have it all. It's not the Feather River. So if this season's open and there's a lot of fish that come up in the fall and we're catching a lot of fish, I mean 10, 20,000 out of the outlet, in the next couple months, it is not going to hurt the fishery at all. In fact, it's going to help. I know. Hold on, everybody. Hang on. I'm not going to. They're like, you're an idiot. No, I'm not an idiot. This is what happens. If the fish keep coming up, they let the fish into the hatchery. Okay, there's a lot of reasons why, and again, they're gonna let them in. So what do? They kill them. They put them in totes and they ship them off in refrigerated trucks, completely unspawned. So what happens with the ones behind them? They come up and they keep going. They keep going. Well, now they've talked about once they get to their quota of fish, close the ladder, don't let any more fish in, and then now those fish will back up, back up, back up. The hotel is full, so they're going to back up to the next riffle. Then they back up to the next one. They do go back, guys. Okay, we've tracked them with radio call it. We know that they back up. They'll back up. Then we got more in river spawners. So if we whack away at them at the outlet and they don't keep those fish, the fishermen are going to catch them or they're going to truck them off unspawned. So what would you rather have? The hatchery's full. The hatchery has enough. I mean, there was like 18,000 spring run. And that was what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And the water came up. It could be overnight. It could be at 20,000 right now. 20,000 spring run in the low flow. It's packed with spring run fish in there. So what's going to happen with those fall fish if they don't let them in because of the Colomaris disease? Again, I'm not getting into all this stuff, but I'm telling you that the new hatchery manager is on board. They're pro fishing. DWR is pro fishing. You are going to see things happen in a good way. We will not wipe out all the salmon, even if there's 20 or 30,000 salmon caught out of the outlet. So, with that being said, we get to go fishing. We get to kill one fish per person, which is enough. Let's go. Let's catch some. Let's have a good time. Let's get back into it a little bit. There's plenty of angling opportunity on the bank for the boats, from guides, for private boaters, bankers, upriver at the outlet, all the way down. There's several riffles all the way down. Guys can go and floss fish, line fish, cast spinners, catch fish, all that kind of stuff. So there are fish in the river and the water is up, which means those fish are coming through the system. So, I looked at it last night after we fished Orville and, I saw fish splashing around. So I know there's salmon in the outlet. There will be some salmon caught on the outlet July 16th. It's going to happen. There will be some caught. So that's kind of cool. So we're excited about that. So, and just know deep down that there's a lot of good stuff coming. DWR, again, Department of Water Resources, the biology team is awesome. They are pro fishing. They are pro, let's bring more fish back. They are pro, let's not kill these fish that aren't spawned. They are pro, in river spawners, produce more fish in the hatchery, all of the above. Bingo, bingo, bingo. They want it good for everyone. They bump the water up when it gets hot so no fish die. They don't want those fish to die of Colomaris disease. They care about them. They're not letting those fish in the hatchery so they just spin around in circles and die and all get diseased up. No, they're trying to take care of them. So they're doing the best they can do. And hats off to them because I got to know a lot of them. And so they're a good group of people. Very brilliant, intelligent, hardworking for the majority of them. And yeah, proud to and really, really blessed. I can say blessed. I can feel humbled to be a part of their crew in the last month. So with that, okay, we're out of that. Politics out the window. We're going fishing. Okay, sorry. Got on that little soapbox for a while. But it's a positive thing, and people need to know. People need to know that no, it's not just a bunch of barbarians out there going to wipe out all the salmon and they're going to close it all down and they're going to list them and that's it. It's over. No, it's not that they're not going to let that happen. At least on the Feather River. The SAC systems are different. DWR pays for the Oroville hatchery. They write the check. DWR has money because of the dam, and so they want the fish there. They want them there. It helps everybody. Everybody's happy when there's fish there, so they don't have to deal with a lot of crap when there's not fish there or worry about things. So let's jump up to Lake Oroville. We've been fishing it. I fished it with Warren the other day. Caught lost a couple, caught a couple, one big rainbow, maybe 5 pounds, caught three rainbows, landed three kings. Oh, Rusty Cheshire, he's been out there getting 3 for 5, 4 for 6, 8 for 9. He got one that was almost 9 pounds or 8.5 pounds or 8.3, something like that. I heard another guy got one over 10 pounds. So there's a few big ones on there out there. I had a good one on yesterday, but it was a rainbow. We saw it jumping, 5, 6 pounder, and it came off. But yeah, there's some fish out there. We got some rainbows, we got some kings, and it was a fun day. I'll be out there again tomorrow. Tomorrow fishing in Orville. And then Saturday, Sunday, I think we'll be over at Bullard's. Bullard's is still kicking out tons of fish. If you want kokanee, Bullard's is still on fire. Give me a second. I'm going to open this window. 90 degrees in it.
So Bullard's been fun. I was with you when we went out to Orville this week, and it was a little slow for us, but we did get some fish. It was fun.
Yeah, we got some fish. We didn't get limits. There was no other boats out, and the guy can blame it on the full moon or
I was going
whatever.
to
But
say the full moon
they
coming in. I
they
was like,
they
wow, it's full.
they bit blah, 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 in the morning, and then when it was like 9:30, it was over, shut off. We could not get them to bite. We just couldn't get them to go, and so speed up, slow down, change presentation a little bit. But what you're using works because they were whacking it that morning.
Right.
And so when we got trout, we got kings, and hooked some fish and lost a big rainbow. But that's Orville, so I got a couple guys going tomorrow with me, so that'll be fun. Um, and it'll be a good time. Get out there, and then back to Feather River salmon from the outlet down, to I believe, what is it? Where is the marker?
Is it Boyd's or how past Boyd is it?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think it's the Shanghai van. I could be wrong on that. Hold on, we'll talk to the guys at Johnson's about it. Oh, speaking of Johnson's, uh, they got tons of salmon stuff over there. If you need salmon stuff, beads, hooks, thread, good sardines. Oh, let's talk about good sardines. I've got at the tackle box in Chico, a guy delivering some red label stuff over there. It's not great, but it's probably some of the better stuff that I've seen. So I got some of that over there. So I do have, I think, 4 cases. If anybody needs a case of some decent sardines to start off the season, let me know. We'll take care of you over there. Call the shop. But Johnson's has got all that stuff, bait and spinners. There'll be lots of guys on spinners. Now, old Mr. Green himself is going to be out there at the outlet. He used to fish that just a ton. And, he likes those blue spinners.
Yep.
Well, he showed, he had a little Facebook post. He had just a ton of blue spinners, stuff like that. Come down. Johnson's has got them. Come down to the tackle box too. My goodness, you'll see some blue spinners. So there's some stuff going on there. So everybody's stocked up, ready to go. At least Johnson's is. At least the tackle box is in Chico. I'm sure other guys are. If you guys want tackle or need salmon tackle, we sell it wholesale. So, just go on my website, fishkevinbrock.com, hit the link, goes down, punch in your information of your store, and you can get all your stuff sent to you wholesale pricing, which is good pricing, great margins, and great product. So if you need stuff, if this salmon thing blows open and you don't have any spinners or any plugs or any wrap or any beads or any hooks and you need them, I got them. I got them for you.
And then you got a special thing going on at Tackle Box this weekend.
Yeah,
I call
Saturday.
it a blowout. What do you got going on for salmon this Saturday? Salmon Saturday.
It's like the salmon sizzling super califragilisticexpialidocious sale. It's like buy one, get one free. Show up, we'll throw in extra stuff. If you're going to the outlet or to the Feather River salmon fishing, you got a part of my heart already because I love salmon. If you know me, that I grew up there. I started on the Feather. So jump over there and then we'll help you out. We'll get you lots of stuff. We'll get you directed. And, what we need to do is show how to tie a spinner rig and a plug rig. Man,
Yeah.
too
Well,
much stuff. Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
end
yeah,
up
yeah.
doing that on when we're out
Yeah.
on the boat. I think we'll grab some of that
Okay,
footage
there you go.
and get it out
Now you're
quick
talking.
because as you're setting stuff up, I'll be filming. So we'll get a how-to out there. It won't be before the opener, but we'll definitely get it out there. So
Yeah, during the opener, and then people can check it out. And if we catch fish, then you can follow what we did. If we don't catch any fish, you can be like, oh well, that guy don't know what he's doing. So perfect. So well, that's how we'll leave it.
yeah, well, you got to jump. You got to jump on these guys because you were able to do that DWR thing. So you've been fishing the outlet with these guys, so you kind of got a lay of what's going on. And
Yeah, but the water, doubled since I fished it.
yep,
So that changes there. The fish lay in different spots. They travel in different spots. So we're just going to go for it and figure it out. So,
I'm looking forward to it. It's just I envision in my head kind of like when we did Gold Beach, and we're doing that here pretty soon too. But when we did the Gold Beach, it was boat to boat to boat, and I'm always amazed, when we do the Gold Beach thing, on how all the guides, all the fishermen work together. You're literally elbow to elbow, and it's just the first time I went, I was just shocked at how well everybody worked together. Nobody was yelling and screaming. You get it every once in a while, somebody gets a little heated, but for the most part, everybody just got along and they worked it out. So I'm excited to see what happens at the outlet. See,
yeah.
going to continue, or are you going to get a bunch of yahoos out there and it's going to be a shit show? But I'm
Oh, I don't know. I
hoping
mean,
we're going to be good.
everybody's there to get a fish. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be
We'll
fun.
figure it out. Like I said, I've had years where there was a two fish limit. I had limits, as the sun was coming up, doubles on, things like that. And then I've had years where we just sat there and went, huh, well,
Where's the fish?
it's an opener and we're salmon fishing, but there ain't no salmon.
Or you'll see them down there and there's tons of marks, and you're like, why aren't they open their mouths?
No, that's not going to happen. If there's tons of fish there, we'll catch them.
No, we're gonna get on them. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fun. I'm excited. I know Daniel's gonna join us out there. I think we got Anthony coming out as well. You got a couple other people joining us, so you
Yeah,
gotta.
we'll have two Anthony's on board, and
Oh, you're bringing the
there's
other young
oh,
gun.
you bet.
I like Anthony. He's good.
That way he can net fish and cut lines and do stuff like that. You know, yeah, he's a
No,
good young man. He's a great young man.
no. I got
So
to know him as I work with him on stuff for you. It's been great. He's a really cool kid, and yeah,
yeah, I mean, he ain't a kid. I mean, he's a police officer, and downtown Sacramento. I mean, he's helping us out as a public officer. But I started fishing him when he was 10 years old, 8 years old, or something. I told his dad. I told his dad because he said, yeah, he really likes to fish, and his dad likes to fish too, but he's not as into it as Anthony was. So, I'm like, just a couple times a year, take him on a striper trip, take him on a salmon trip, just keep that in his blood, and he'll remember that forever. And no matter what he goes through, he'll pull it because he liked that stuff. Dude, he's still all about it. Yeah. So that's cool.
well, it's funny. My as you may or may not know, my dad passed away this year, and
Yeah.
my brother's still dealing with some of that stuff. And he sent me some photos that he found at my dad's house, and one of the photos was a photo I took with my kids, and it kind of jarred a memory as we used to do the RV thing for a long time. We were camping and doing all that stuff. and we went up to there's a lake by Yosemite. What's up? Is it San not San Pedro? What's up by Yosemite on the way up there?
I don't know.
Pardee or what is? There's a big lake. I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, there's party up there. I mean, I don't, but I don't know which
Yeah,
one
but
it
we
is.
we were camping and I didn't know a whole lot about fishing and I took him fishing. There's a picture I posted the other day of me holding a little bass with the two kids there. And as funny as I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna get these kids into fishing. And I look now, fast forward to where we are now, and I'm out there fishing and doing the old farts thing, and these kids had nothing to do with fishing. I was like, I was hoping that was going to be the spark, and yeah, they're not into it, but that's all right.
Hey, it's okay. You don't force it on anybody. Don't force
So,
nothing. But if they're into it, if they want to go, you take them. You know,
oh yeah,
that's the responsibility of the parent. You know, whatever the kid is into, if he's into something, what it doesn't matter what, but give them the opportunity to go. You know, if they do like something, and if you don't know how, hire a guide. I mean, if the kid says, I want to go fishing, give with someone that has them a good experience, you know, and be like, wow, this was amazing, you know.
yep, yep.
So yeah, that's always fun. Yeah, well, I mean, there's good memories. I took my grandson Wyatt up to Hat Creek this afternoon today. Quick trip up there, and that was really cool. And I mean, my dad took me there when I was a kid. My youth pastor took me there, I think, the first time when I was like 12 or something, 10 or 12. And then, so I'm walking down the same path as me and my grandson are walking down. You know, my uncle,
Awesome.
who he passed away, we spread his ashes in that spot right where my grandson was fighting a fish, was right where we spread the ashes, of my uncle. And so, it's one of those things where, again, it doesn't have nothing, really doesn't have nothing to do with fishing. It just has to do with being aware enough, not so busy in life in your hustle and bustle to say like, I'm not too busy to say, yeah, that kid wants to go do something. Let's take him.
Absolutely.
That's important to do.
In fact, we were when we were at Orville. We had the two boys on. Forgive me, I forgot their names. The two kids we had on the boat.
Yeah. Reagan and Emerson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that I was impressed with, Kevin, when we went out there, these kids did not have a cell phone on the whole day.
Yep.
There, they were into the fishing. They were reeling in fish. They were to me, I was just like, wow, two kids on a boat, no cell phone. That was like, wow, that it actually can happen. It was really cool.
It can happen. And you know what? They had a great time.
Yeah,
They don't miss it because they don't know and they don't get locked into that. I'm not saying everybody shouldn't have a cell phone, but where I went to Hat Creek, you know, Wyatt he said one time because he likes playing on his tablet. Like, oh, I wish I would have brought my tablet. I'm like, well, there's lots of stuff to do. You're learning how to build a fire. We got to go collect some sticks. You want to take a nap? What do you want to go do? You want to hike around some? So it was like you give them those options, and then it's not even in their head,
yep,
you know.
yep,
But giving a child or someone undivided attention, making it about them and not you. Not like, oh, I just took the kid along because I wanted to go fishing, or I had to because the wife said to take the kid, or whatever reason may be. If you ignore your child, you ignore your kid, then yeah, he's going to play on the tablet. He's going to find another way to do it. But if you engage and you're like, hey, this is about you. What do you like? I don't know what I like. Well, let's find something. Hey, that was cool. I cooked some fish over the fire, and Wyatt, I mean, he's my grandson. He's Kevin Brock's grandson. Kid's 7 years old. He's like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna like this fish or not. I'm like, give it a try. Just give it a try. And he's willing to do that. But if he don't like it, then he knows that I'm not gonna make him eat it. You know? Cooked it out. We just caught it, literally showed him how to clean them, laid it on an open fire. Tails curled up. I pulled the skin off. I made sure there was no bone in it, put a little salt on it. Dude, he was like, this is awesome. This is so good. It doesn't taste like this is great. And he just kept eating it. So you don't know that that's going to happen. But because you take the time I'm not tooting my horn. I'm just saying in general, if you take the time to analyze the situation, not be there, oh, because I wanted to go catch some fish and have a vacation. This was about them. They soak that stuff up so much. Yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, it's a good thing.
And I'm waiting for my next chapter is grandkids, and I'm like, I'm already contemplating in my head when we have these grandkids of no tablets, no TV, no. I'm like, I want to teach them, the outdoor stuff. I want to, do all these things with them, and I'm hoping parents are on board. I see every time I go out in public, I see these parents that, you're in a restaurant, whatever. They give them the phone, they give them the tablet. And it's like, what are you doing? Engage with your kids. Have some, Anyway, get me off track, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all right. That's all right. Yeah. Well, and to each their own. Your grandchildren may not want to. One may not.
exactly.
Weston, my other grandson, I mean, just brilliant, awesome young man. Now he's 13. Outdoors ain't his thing.
Yeah.
It's just not his thing. I've taken him fishing before. He's like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm his grandpa. I mean, we could take him anywhere, catch anything, right? No big deal to him. But he loves games. He loves doing that kind of stuff. So what do I do? What do I do when we're together? We go do something he likes. I'm not good at playing games, so I can't play games with him, but I want to spend time with him. So I'm like, what do you want to do? You want to go to a store, look at something, whatever it is, just engage about them. And, that's the only, tidbit of advice I can give. And again, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. And I wasn't a perfect parent. I wish I would have spent more time with my daughter than I did. But, it was a different time too. We didn't realize as much. No excuse. But the uh the tablet thing, I'll take them to a movies or something like just engaging sometimes, just letting them know you love them. That's all. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's really all it is.
The best time I had, where I really bonded with my kids, people that know me is, I've been married 21 years. My kids that I have aren't my kids. They're, I call them mine. They're my wife's kids. Their dad died when they were really young. I've been the only guy, man that they've known for their father. And when they were, middle school, high school, we got them into dirt bike riding. So they did the dirt bike thing, we did the camping thing, and whether it was fishing, and they didn't really get into the fishing thing. I tried, they just weren't into it. But when we got into the dirt bikes, they were really into that. And the thing is, like you said, no matter what it is they want to do, spend the time with your kids. It before you know it, that time is gone. And I
Oh,
just
buddy, it's
those
gone. It's gone like that. And you
yeah.
look back and you say, dang, man.
Yeah, so we had tons of memories of dirt bike riding and just that bonding. The kids didn't get into crazy stuff. They didn't get into drugs. They didn't get into any of that. Why? Because we had that family element of every other weekend we were at Hollister Hills, going up there with the RV and riding dirt bikes and just doing that bonding thing. And that's huge. So resonate with your kids and just have fun with them. And that's what,
Stay busy. Yep. Stay busy with them. That's the main thing.
yeah.
Oh, easier said than done, but yeah, it is important for sure. But
That's why I like this podcast, Kevin. It's not always about fishing. We've done some where we've learned a lot about you personally and what you've been through and your vision and your mission and where you're going. And we all learned a little bit about me as we go along. And it's been great. People that watch this stuff. We don't get a lot of people that call in when we're doing it live, which is to me no big deal. We'll post it out there and people watch it and we get a lot of followers and a lot of people. You told me that a lot of people come in and say, "Man, I saw your podcast." Even though I got Daniel sitting here listening to us, and I'd love to have 100 people on this thing, but it's not about that. It's about doing what we do, getting the message out, and when they're able to watch it, they're able to resonate, and you get that feedback. That's all
yeah, and
successful.
when things get, a little more dialed in where we're at, it may get to a point where we do more how to's and we're more organized and we get more people to dial in because we're giving away stuff or whatever. But we're starting out and we're just doing it. We're just making sure we do it. Back to that spending time and being positive, there's a one of my teachers years ago, and I was a great teacher, old Mr. Jack Roble, still alive. He would take me fishing and do different things with me. He believed in me back then, good guy. And he said, when you're growing up, you're hanging out with your kids, it takes like 15 positive comments to drown out one negative. So be careful.
Yes.
If you're nitpicking your kids all the time and always negative, 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 and then once in a while you give them a praise or something. I mean, I'm not saying everybody deserves a trophy. I don't believe in that. But what I'm saying is you can be positive and stay on the positive side. It takes 15 positive comments to kind of wipe that negative one away. And if you're hard on them, then they'll grow up to be and have self-confident issues. And take it from me, I know growing up, I mean, I just struggle with that big time, big time. It took me a long time just to feel like that I was okay, and you were, and everybody else thought you were, and everyone else thought you were a nice person. How it's just remember that words cut and can cut deep, and just try to be positive. Try to be positive and kind, and like you always say, just do better. But that put it in perspective to me that if you're going to talk negative about where you live, the world, your school, your teachers, your whatever, your work, whatever you want to talk negative about, if you're talking about the kids, that will roll over onto them. It really will. But if you're like, hey, man, what an awesome morning. The sky's blue. Look, did you hear the birds? Did you see that? Wow. And then you reiterate what you did. Like on your way back from a trip, you're like, Mikey, we can use Mikey, because Mikey likes it, live cereal. So, Mikey, what did you like about your trip? And so they think about it a little bit. What was fun for you? And at first they'll say, I don't know. And they're like, yeah, I know, but we did so many fun. Did you like the camping trip? Did you like the fishing? Did you like the bike riding? Did you like, and whatever that does, that stimulates the brain as a positive thing about that trip. It's not like, oh, I got to get back. I got to get to work. Oh, we got to clean up this stuff, da, 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 and kind of like the trip back, like squashing the time you had, reiterate the positive, and it's amazing the results for young children's development as a positive person, as a giving person. It's really neat to watch. We'll go into this another time. I got more on that on the psychology side. But 15 positive comments it takes to negate one, bad negative one. So
Absolutely. And the other thing
yeah,
is kids are sponges, right? And it's not always about what you say. That's a huge impact. But what I noticed, at least for me, is I used to read my mom like a book. I could walk into a room and know immediately, was my mom happy? Was my mom sad? Did I do something wrong? It's like reading the body language, reading, the nonverbal communication is huge. They watch what you do, they watch how you act, they watch how you talk, and all of that stuff. Just when you think about it, if you just are a positive influence, and it goes back to, like I said, just do better. Your kids are going to do amazing. But they are sponges. They pay attention to how you act and what you do.
big time sponges. Kids aren't born mean. They're
No,
not born mean. They're not born mean.
it's a learned behavior.
What is a child? Some have more aggression than the others, and again, we can get into all this and chromosomes and autosomes and all that kind of stuff. But when we're not going there, a child that is born, a child, and I believe is created from God, it comes from God. He created man. A child that comes into this world needs what?
And love, guidance,
Love
direction,
and food.
food.
And then you could add the third as in like caretaking, but that comes with love. But if a child has love, they did studies years ago with some orphans, and they separated some from the others, and they kind of just kept them isolated. You look back and you can do a lot of studies on this. They obviously don't do that now, but and the developmental stage and the way they interacted and health wise just went down in the tank. A child is supposed to be held, cuddled, loved, just felt loved. It makes that child secure with himself. Not get it makes that child know right from wrong. And when those time comes, when he needs to make those decisions, if that was ingrained in him, not beat into him, but just ingrained out of love, then he'll make the right decision or she'll make the right decision. But if it's not, they're like, screw it, I don't care. And then they go off and then there's drugs and it just goes downhill from there.
Yeah. So I had a story of my son. My son turned 15 at his driver's permit, and these kids are very different from when I had my driver's permit. When I got my permit, you pretty much just drive and you were good to go. But now they have all these restrictions, and you can't drive with anybody in the car, and you can only drive by yourself, and you can only drive at certain hours. All these restrictions when they get their driver's license. Well, my son got his driver's, his permit, got his license, but he was on this provisional thing, and he couldn't have kids in the car. He could only drive by himself. And so he came to me one night, and the football game, it was like homecoming or something. He says, "Hey, Dad, my friends want me to drive them home after the football game. Can I do it?" And I looked at him and said, "Well, I don't know. Can you?" I go, "What does your driver's license say?" I go, "What are your rules?" And he's like, "Well, it says I can't drive anybody, but I'm asking you." I'm not going to tell you. I said,
Yeah.
this is part of being an adult. This is part of having your driver's license is make the right decision. So you decide what you're going to do. I'm not going to tell you not to. I'm going to leave it up to you completely. You know what the right decision is. And I left it at that. And then I hear him in his room on his phone, on the phone with his friends, and he says, "My dad said I can't take you."
Yeah. So he
And-
blames you anyway, but he's still that's okay
but
because
he
you
made
got
the
your
right
shoulder.
decision.
But he made the right decision. Why? Because he was using it, to go. And if you don't have that, you don't have that common sense. If you don't have that, that angel on your shoulder,
Yep.
saying, "Hey, you shouldn't do that," then you're gonna be like, you know what? I don't care. I'm doing it anyway.
And this is the thing that I learned is my dad was my stepdad was a fear based leader. It was very very disciplined, very strict. It wasn't he didn't teach me the decision making. He taught me to lead by fear. But I was smart enough to figure that out. I didn't want to do that with my kids. I didn't want them to have the fear that I had growing up. I wanted them to be smart enough to make the right decision because I can't be there with them 24/7. I have
And
to
you
teach
won't be
them the
there. Yeah.
skills to
Yeah.
make the right decision. And knock on wood, they're in their 30s now, and they've done well, and they've made great decisions. And I had to think that that was part of my doing of teaching them how to make decisions, not just lead by fear.
Yeah, and probably they made some poor decisions too, but they knew it, they accepted it, they put it on themselves, and they grew up because of it. And that's the difference. So me, it was confidence over critical. I mean, you could have 99.9% right, and that 0.101% that you did wrong, that's what was talked about. That's what you did. You shot 99 clay pigeons, but you missed the last one. You sucked. You need to practice more. And he just beats you down. Well, you come to find out that comes from a man who is insecure
Right.
because he's watching you grow up, and so he feels like he doesn't want to let you pass him up in knowledge and respect and people liking you. So he tears you down. So he tears you down every chance he can get. So he said, "Oh yeah, because I'm the dad. I'm the dad. Yeah, because I know, because I said so." That's the most biggest crap I've ever heard. What do you mean? Because you said so?
Yep.
Is there a reason why? And then like you said, you were smart enough. I was smart enough. Once you figure that out and you step back and look at that, you're like, "There's no way my kids are going through that. I got to figure out a different way." And I still look back and think I could have done things different. Um, But you live and you learn and you keep going. So
This is
anyway,
what I love about this podcast is people are sitting here watching, going, "What does this have to do with fishing?" Absolutely nothing. But you know
yeah,
what?
but it
This is
does.
life.
But
This is
it has
us.
a lot to do. It has a lot to do with fishing because you took your kids, although they didn't catch on to it. I've taken my grandson; he didn't catch on to it. But now my other one is, and my daughter does, and I took her all the time. It was just about spending time with them. So fishing conducts with spending time in the outdoors. Take them fishing, go somewhere, have a good time, but make it the trip. When they're young, what I did with Sammy all the time, I'd be like, let's go fishing. It wasn't about me. It was, I'm going to take her somewhere where she can get some bluegill or some trout or to catch some. But remember, their attention span's way different than ours. An hour to them seems like an eternity. Us, it goes by like that, right? So we got to remember that. And so they're sitting there for an hour, and I always had fishing as okay. Now we're going to go on the swings. Now we're going to go get ice cream. Now we're going to go skip rocks. Now we're going to go swimming. So when you said let's go fishing, it was a positive thing. Did we always catch something? No. Did we always spend it all day doing it? Heck no. We just went. But now they want to go all the time, because they still love it because somehow in their mind fishing is a fun thing. Not sitting there. I fished with so many people that said later on that said, "Oh, my dad, I used to hate fishing. He'd make me sit there and be quiet while he went fishing." That's what fishing was. I just sit there and be quiet. A young kid with all that energy, and
Yeah.
you got to sit there and be quiet. Well, no wonder they hated fishing. Of course, because dad was just doing it for himself. And he had to take the kid along because mom said, take the kid, or he wants to be the poster dad, at the, parent teacher meeting. Oh, I took my kid fishing, the kid friggin' hated it. Absolutely hated it. Because he didn't make it about them. So yeah, this has a lot to do with fishing because that's something we do that we can give back. So when young men help me, kids, things like that, I always try to take them fishing.
Oh,
Always. Yeah.
that's good stuff,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
salmon
Good
next
thing.
week. Um,
Salmon next Wednesday, baby. Coming up, man. I can't believe it. I can't. I'm gonna fish Orville tomorrow and then Saturday and then Sunday church, Monday. What do I got? Monday, I think I'm at Bullard's Bar. And then Tuesday, I got to get everything ready for salmon. I got to prep everything, string all the reels, do everything for salmon. It'll be all day. And then I'll spend the night on the river, which is super hot right now. Oh, it's going to be miserable out there. And then pick all you guys up at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
and we're looking forward to it. I can't wait. And then when you headed to Gold Beach,
Then probably, depending on how the fishing on the feather goes, probably the 24th.
okay?
24th or 25th. So we're going to have 10 to 12, maybe 15 days of salmon fishing on the feather for these big, bright, chrome early fish. If it's good enough, I'll let you know. I got a bunch of people booked, but I'll let them know, hey, opening day, I only saw 4 fish caught for 200 people. You can still go if you want to go, but I'm just giving you what it is.
And this is what
And
I like about you, Kevin. This is
we'll go from there.
the one thing that I like about you as a guide is it's not a money grab. You know, you're there to be honest with clients. You're there to say, hey, this is a situation. If they want to book, great. But you're not here just taking their money and saying, well, sorry, we didn't catch any fish. Because there's a lot of guides out there that'll do that, and you're not that guy. So, just
Well, to defend some of the other guys too, fishing is fishing, and you will get days where, yeah, you did catch 6 salmon the day before, and the next day something crazy happens. Storm comes in, they drop the water big time, whatever it may be. Yeah, a traveling day, a huge full moon, something messed up, something got happened, and the fish didn't bite. That can happen,
yeah.
but that is such a rarity. If we go out and we see 200 people out fishing, And if we see 200 fish hooked, if we see 50 fish hooked, whatever, there's a lot of fish around. But if there's 20 guides out there and we only see 4 or 5 fish caught, we know there's not much around.
Yeah, and I'm glad the full moon was this weekend. By
Yeah.
Wednesday, the full moon should be gone, so we shouldn't have that over our
Well,
head.
and the thing is, normally on a river system, and it's different on the lake. We fish the lake, river's different. Full moon, the fish travel. So actually, we have big tides during full moons in the bay, obviously, and then it takes those fish. Now the water's up from the outlet. It takes them about 3 days to get there when they're traveling fast. So we are right on the money
Right.
for a new push of fish. So I mean, it couldn't be better. If you follow the solar, the nooner, the lunar, the mooner, whatever you want to follow, and that's all cool, and people believe in it, and that's great. I got to fish every day anyway, no matter what the lunar says. So we got to make it happen. But it's right on track to be like July 16th. If there's any new fish coming, there's going to be a lot of them in there. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, so am I. So am I.
Yeah.
And me as a video guy, that's what I hope for. It just sucks when you're out there to do video and you've got one fish, two fish. I always tell people I need at least three fish to make a video.
That's how it always was. Yeah. Well, steelhead salmon, things like that, when you get 2 or 3 trout, that makes it pretty tough. But well, we'll see how it goes. All right. Well, let's see. What are we going to do? What do we got going? So we got sales. I know at Johnson's and at the tackle box this weekend. I know there's stuff going on this weekend at the tackle box for sure. Come in. Let's talk about salmon fishing. Um, get your stuff, and yeah, let's get into some salmon, man. I mean, that'd be cool to have 10, 12 days of, maybe we get 2 to 4 fish a day. That'd be pretty cool.
So the feather is open what for about 30 days, I think.
Yeah, June 16th, or excuse me, just 7/16, 2025. July 16 through September 15, 1/5, 1/5. So,
And then where? Then it's McCollum.
well, then you got below the one of the boat ramps, the feather will still be open for a certain section. I think the Shanghai Bend, we'll check our regs on that. We'll know more when that comes. And then the McCollum will be open and the Americans open.
American,
So
that's right. That's the
yeah, the Americans got opening over there too. So from Ansel Hoffman down, so that'll be good.
exciting stuff. Exciting.
Yeah, yeah, to have an amazing striper year and the way the kokanee fishing's been going. Oh, by the way, Whiskey Town's still on fire. They're still catching fish at Shasta. It's unreal. The way that's all going, it's been pretty amazing. If we can whack away at some salmon in the next 2 months, that'll be pretty dang cool.
It will be. And as you know, I'm a big catfisher guy that
Yeah, yeah, you're a catfisher catcher.
got
Do you
Warren.
watch the Mooner or the Lunar?
The lunar? No, not really. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
okay.
we go out there and we just plan it and we go out and
I didn't know if you had any Mooners out there.
go. But I got a big tournament
Clearly.
on Sunday that I'm doing. I'm doing this tournament called Clash of the Titans, and it's a head to head. We started this a few months ago. We took 10 teams and a random draw, pitted one team against each other. So there's 5 different head to head challenges, and it's a winner take all. If you win your challenge, you advance to the final, which 5 teams will compete against each other for $2,500. And so Sunday, I'm hoping to win because it's either you win or you don't. So if we win, we'll be advancing. If we don't, it was fun and we made a nice little donation. And the team I'm fishing against is a Clear Lake local, go by the name of Kai Pao, and they can pull in 65 pounds of fish.
Yeah.
You need 3 fish, so 20 pounds each. They've done it. And this last tournament, we took 4th place in the Catfish Bash, and Kai Pao turned in 0 fish. So I'm feeling pretty good, but
Kai Pao sounds like a Chinese restaurant. Pao. Woo, man, I want some soy sauce on the wontons.
oh, it's Ron
So
Ladd.
yeah.
He's pulling his team together. I don't know if he's fishing, with his normal buddy or his daughter, but we're looking forward to having a great time, no matter where the chips fall. But our work's going to be cut out for us, and I'm actually pulling a ringer in. I got Darren Mayhew, who is the guy I fish against, who runs a team called Standard Issue Fishing, and I think I'm going to pull him onto the boat on Sunday. Honestly, it's because my back's been killing me, and I think I'm just going to drive the boat and find the fish and let Darren and Anthony, do their job and hopefully, reel in because that reeling those big old fish is just killing me. So I'm just going to, look at my marks and put my brains and hopefully I put them on the fish. We'll find out.
Well, Wednesday morning we'll let Daniel, you can video and Daniel will reel in the salmon.
Oh yeah, I'll
Uh,
just got some new video equipment I've been playing with. I'm excited about that, and
it should be cool to do a drone too.
I'll bring the drone and see if we can get it up in the air. And I mean, if it's packed with boats, I'm gonna love to see that footage. And it's kind of like Gold Beach, right? The drone footage I got at Gold Beach that I posted out there. In
Yeah.
fact, we created a new page on Facebook
Yes, that's right. That's
that
right. King
salmon.
salmon.
I forgot this King Salmon. I
We
love King
love king
Salmon.
salmon.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love King Salmon, and dude, amazed at how fast that page blew up with people joining it. Um,
Yeah, and we're gonna just go for that more now that I got a little more time and yeah, more time, right? And then different things. We're gonna push that even more. We're gonna do some plug sales on it and maybe some rod giveaways on it and just let Wednesday happen.
yeah.
Let a couple bites happen. Let a couple salmon be caught in California that we can take home, and we're going to show people how to smoke them, cook them. I mean, catch them, clean them. We got it all. I mean, it's all coming. But let Wednesday happen. Let
Yep.
Wednesday happen.
The best part of creating your own page is I don't get people pissed off that why do you keep posting all this stuff about Kevin Brock? It's like, you know what? It's my page. I do what I want.
Yeah, there you go.
But I do share the love. If anything I see out there, salmon, I share it. Other guides, other things. It's
Oh
all.
yeah, we're gonna share all kind. We're gonna have people. There's people putting on there for guiding and promote all you want. It's all about King Salmon. Any questions, rods for sale? Just join. It's a cool group, and we're gonna be involved with it a lot.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. Well, Kevin, you know me. I don't always keep this to an hour. I just don't
Well, I mean,
talk about.
45 minutes is good, but we're almost at an hour already. We've yapped and chatted and talked a little psychology, child, and we talked about some fishing. We're excited about Wednesday. We both got to get up. You had a long day today. I know that.
It worked. I'm still in
Uh,
my uniform. Hold right
yeah,
up here. Yep, still
yeah,
working.
yeah. So doing that, and we just got more and more stuff to go. Keep with us. Keep being patient with us, guys. We got more and more stuff coming. It's all kind of like coming together. When this next salmon season after that, then we're gonna focus just on that and really, like I said, we've got cooking, Stony Stone. We got salmon videos coming out with that. Um, we've got smoked salmon, how to roll your own. I mean, how to smoke your own. And then yeah, well,
I can teach you how to roll your own.
that's for you. No, we used to put double zigzags. The red one, or no, the orange ones, the slow burning ones. That'll date me. Huh? How about that?
There you
That's
go.
way back in my high school 14, 15-year-old days. Wow, that's good times. But anything ever about salmon, we're gonna do some rigging, how to rig on Wednesday, a lot of different things. So yeah.
Yep. And Daniel, he's putting in here. I'm excited to have Daniel. Daniel's with Hook 'em Big Rods. If you haven't seen his product, definitely check him out. Hook 'em Big Rods LLC. They have a YouTube, or not a YouTube. They've got a Facebook page. They've got a website. I'll put that in the links under this video. Daniel's a great guy. I met him through catfishing and run his rods when we're doing the catfishing thing. I've been running
Awesome. Awesome.
been
Good
running
deal.
Kevin Rod. Kevin, I've been running your rods, and here's and this is the thing, right? is Daniel's rods are great for catfishing. They're a great catfish rod. I've been running yours lately because I'm testing your rods. I want to because they weren't designed for catfishing. They're designed
Yeah.
for salmon and striper and different things. I'm like, I want to see if I can break this rod. I want to get that 25-pound catfish on there and just reel it in and dude, we've got some big catfish and it hasn't broke yet. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, Anthony, if Anthony's out there, if you stick one in a prop, it might break though.
oh, we
So
did break a tip.
I'm just saying, any of you stick them in a prop, doesn't hold up.
Yeah.
No, they break, but they're fun, and it's all fun. Um,
But we're gonna have Daniel out with us on
so
the opener, which is amazing. So Daniel, thank you for jumping on board. And
yeah, yeah, we're glad to have you. I was gonna just keep it at four guys, and just to see what it is. But with Stony filming, we can have 4 or 5 rods out and hopefully get a couple bendos and some nice bright fish and fillet some fish. We get, like I said, there's so much to do on cleaning fish and all that, so it'll be cool. Yeah,
well, very cool. I know you got a trip tomorrow, which means you got to get out there early to
yeah, yeah.
clients. I'm gonna wrap this up like 4 minutes earlier than normal. So you got four
Well,
minutes
well, we
time.
yeah. Well, we thank everybody. That if you want to buy product, you can go to my website on the store. So click on the store. If you're a store, if you're a retail store and want to buy stuff wholesale, go there. You get everything, everything. I mean, we have so much stock. You buy it from us, man. It's stuff that works around here. It's local stuff that we've tested that works, and we'll promote it for you. That's the awesome thing about it, and the stuff that works. So that's that. It's not just some extra color. No, it's plugs that we played with and used and caught fish on, and yeah, everything. Um, and then we've got the new group page, on Facebook, King Salmon. We love King Salmon. Check that out, man. A lot of cool stuff in there. Like I said, a lot of things happening there. Um, yeah, yeah, we're just glad to be on here and glad to have everybody. And we're pretty fired up about Salmon Fishing Wednesday.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin, thank you very much, and all you guys out there, thanks for watching Real Talk with Kevin Brock at
Oh
Sun.
yeah, and don't forget to go to Old Farts Fishing and watch some of the videos over there. Let's not forget that. So there's all kinds of stuff going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you very much, and we will talk soon.
Thank you.
Peace out.